What is up, everyone? It is Mystic Wonder here, and this is the creation of Nightshade EP. This EP is very awesome. I'm very happy to release it, and it's got a lot of great songs in it, so let's talk about it. Now, the first song you'll hear in this EP is Nightshade. Now, Nightshade was me trying to really think outside of the box with all of the songs in this EP actually, but really Nightshade, this was me really trying to mix up the tempo. Some of the songs you've seen, as dubstep is, quarter notes, it has a traditional structure. For this one, I was really trying to create something with a different flow, create something with a different pattern. Yeah, really a different flow, a different pattern, a different structure. So let's break down the drop. So first, you hear these, there's like a gap in between the first two synth strikes. So you can hear, that gives room for the snare to really punch through the mix, and that was an intentional choice that I made. You have this really complex pattern of this A-B going between these two different ideas. This was me experimenting more with the patches that I've made and wanted to expand upon ideas that I had. Usually that's how it is when I come up with song ideas. It all starts out with just a simple idea and then I expand on it. The second song, this one's one of my favorites too. This one really stands out, Resurrection. I actually really considered making, ironically, both this one and Nightshade singles because I just thought that they stood out really well. The more I thought about it, even though they could both be singles, they fit well in this EP together. And I think these two songs, I would say all the songs, but these two songs, to me, really stand out in the EP. Not discrediting the others, but Resurrection was something that I was experimenting with, really trying to come up with a unique pattern here, because you'll hear there's a lot of variation and a lot of creativity. This is another example of me really trying to break out of just the standard, quarter note stuff that I've done before, and I'm really trying to expand, not just in the sense of, sound design, but I've created some sounds which are unique to me, and I am working on expanding them. I'm also really trying to see what can I do with these patterns to make them more unique, more interesting, and different. So, they all stand out. The third song is Retaliate. Now, this song, how do I describe it? I like the synth the main synth in this song. I really like it. It has almost like a vocal kind of element to it, but it's still very, metallic at the same time. And that's really what I love about it. I love metallic sounds, I guess, and that's why I've really coined them to be my signature sound, because I think they just work so well. I think big metallic sounds just work very well. And the reason why I go for these metallic sounds is because I feel they function in that same way, where it actually even better, because they can function as both a big and atmospheric sound, and they can also sound tight at the same time. So they really work for all different kinds of spaces, which is what I love about them. The final song in this EP is Gloom. This was another example of, similar to the song Dark Sorcery in the last EP that you heard. This is another example where I actually was layering multiple sounds together in the drop. So what I did is I made the drop, with all the synths, and I laid all the patterns out, and then I literally duplicated every track, slightly changed the filtering for each synth. I changed the duplicates slightly, and what that does is really creates an even fuller sound by layering all of these different textures together. That's a technique that I've been using for, even some other songs too, but I just find it works very well. It's all situational, but this was a situation where it worked well. I actually really love the second drop in this song too. I think the pattern is very interesting. Same with Resurrection. Check that out, the second drop. This is another example of me trying to really be experimental with these patterns and make something different. Nightshade EP is out on all platforms. Go check it out. Link is down in the description as usual. Check out all my other music. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I deeply appreciate it. I will see all of you in the next video.